program of there. Here you can see. So this is for just to you can't edit from here. So you can see basically it has called the same function here. So these are like these blocks are basically representation of different APIs, API, but those are like very easy to use and means, so these are easy to use means like from programming's perspective, like you don't have to write a code here. You just you'll only work on your like logic part, like you want to take off the drone, you want to print. So like small intricacy for the coding, like like proper syntax and all that part will be handled for you. Okay, so you can see these blocks are basically so LED command, those are basically APIs only, and these blocks are basically block representation of those API. Desired and flight mode, flight status, and console. Here you can see the print API, same we have. There are some particular APIs are not available because of the complexity, as you can see. But there are like most of the APIs available related to the flight. I think for Pluto 1.2 it's usable. As you can see, there are no hardware APIs also available here, which we particularly use inside Pluto X. And here, so till this point from LED to console, those blocks are specific to Pluto APIs, and after this logic loops are those four blocks are basically general programming blocks which you require to build up any programming logic. So here inside logic you can see these are like comparison block. So I want to do it. So drag and drop this, you can delete them just like these blocks like for repeat, for loop, then count, break out, then some math blocks are also the remainder of construct, and variables, so you can create your own variable. So these four blocks are general programming blocks, and after these remaining blocks are related to Pluto directly. Okay, so when you start, you can see there are three basic blocks which are actually directly available, means where you coding the same thing. So on start is basically nothing on loop start. So here you don't have Pluto init. Okay, so those part we are handling internally, like Pluto init. Those part you can't directly do here because you don't have any hardware interface available, which you can do through Pluto blocks. So you don't need init function here. So you only need these three functions, which are same, which are basically these three functions: on loop start, Pluto loop, and Pluto finish. Okay, and so these three blocks are like those three functions where you'll be adding your blocks to build a logic. And like same on start gets called when you enable the developer mode once. After that, this loop will get called, and when it disable, on stop will get called once. Here you can change the loop time frequency, means you can control the frequency of the Pluto loop at which rate you want to control. So it has been given as one block feature directly, which in signals, which you can control directly using API. This one, this one, set user frequency. So basically here the core structure of logic is same. We have these three main functions, and we have respective blocks for the APIs, and then three general programming blocks, and which you'll add depending on the logic, and you'll build the project and you'll flash it. So what are other parts are here? You can see there are three different tools. One is for build again, one is for flash again, and this one is again to connect to the Pluto, where you want to check your monitor window. You can see at bottom, connect to Pluto, show log. So this window is nothing. So this is the this window is basically to print variables, just like in Pluto signals we have this Pluto monitor. In Pluto blocks we have respective this console window, where whatever you print, where is inside this function, it will be shown here. And for that again you have to do the same thing. You have to connect the Pluto, and you have to connect. So I just give just rough reference with like taking reference of previous one, but now I'll start from again. I'll build a project. I'll create one project, and I'll create the same project, so you'll get like the same logic I'll build here, and I'll follow the same process. Get idea. So any idea specific to Pluto blocks, like what's the difference any other than before we start building some block logic? Okay, I think let's build the same project, same logic which we have written in Cygnus inside the Pluto blocks. And so first of all, we have to do the take off the drone. For that, we have command block take off. I'll put it in on take off. Change the height. Like you can directly print also. So here one thing, I don't have the function to disable the flight status, but actually the thing is it's been taken care of. For you don't have to worry about that controlling. So in Cygnus you get like small control, like controlling flights. Here inside the Pluto blocks, that has been taken care for you. For example, when you go for the respective C++, you can check. There are two functions called on these two support functions which gets called here and which handles that LED activate deactivate, so you don't have to write. And let's say the next thing is I want to print the acceleration Z value. So I have to print and I want the essential, I want to acceleration, and here I want, yeah, that's it. Means we don't have to worry about LEDs thing, that has been taken care here, you can see. So on loop in it, so you can change the frequency also. Yeah, you can see it has been called already. So those small things which has been already taken care inside this Pluto blocks, but ultimately you can see what's happening here. It's nothing but the same APIs are actually being called and which takes care. But for you, the interface, only difference here I would say is the interface law. And yeah, I mean, but it's like limited. Uh, it's not like as powerful as Cygnus, but most of the like stuff related to flight you can implement using it. I think yeah, most of the logic for like controlling the flight of the drone. Hardware things though definitely not available here. We might add in the next version, but most of the thing is like it's targeted to use it like start for Pluto platform. Then you can use like suggest of using Cygnus and yeah, like that. So now I've built up the same logic. Now the next step is I'll build the project. You can see you have a tool. So now it's building the project. And yeah, here most of the time you won't get any syntax error or anything because that block everything is already taken care. But you might get some building error because of some wrong setup of the Pluto blocks. That time you will get this error, but most of the time you won't get any building error here. So build the project successfully. Now I build a project, and the next step is connect to the Pluto Wi-Fi, and I'll do the flashing from here. Please make sure you are disconnected from Pluto before flashing. Okay. And it will try to flash. So definitely it will fail here because I'm not connected to the Pluto. It will fail. It will take time, but it will fail. So yes, in drone communication with drone failed because I am connected. And yeah, other thing is like the thing is you can just delete the blocks. Those are like fun stuff. Okay, so you can save the project. You can go to the home. You can see your project is saved here. If you want to access it again, you can go here. You can rename the project. Yeah. So So only difference between Cygnus and Pluto is like as far as 1.2 consider, I would say means Pluto 1.2. Most of the APIs are available here, as we are not dealing with any hardware interface. But if you are working with Pluto X, anything related to hardware you won't get in Pluto blocks, but other part mostly you'll get here, and you won't get like complete control. Like I'm not sure. Like it depends on people. Like uh, there are some complex logic they want to build. It's very intuitive to build using Pluto, but small stuff like just take off, then give like set the roll page, like like set the desired angle, desired page. Those are like those stuff actually fun to do with this interface that you are not actually doing like any complex thing, but small stuff are actually very fun to do with this platform rather than Sig. Yes, any questions?
Yeah. So anybody with any questions regarding Pluto blocks? I guess it was fairly intuitive to understand, but still. We'll try to wrap up soon. So if you have any questions, you can definitely try to ask them. Regarding, let's say, even if you want to ask questions about Cygnus, you can do so. And let's consider this as a general doubt solving part of the session. So feel free to ask questions. Yeah, Asia has asked a question, I guess. Yeah, so Tejal, for the hackathon tomorrow, we will be using Pluto 1.2. So any external sensor integration will not be possible using that. But yeah, definitely there are some interesting problem statements that will be giving you, and you get to choose between those problem statements. So I guess it will definitely be something that you will be happy with. And yeah, no external sensor integration for now. And for those people, especially freshers, I really understand your situation right now. Have you need to have some prior knowledge about drones in general, and we'll make sure that we go through that in tomorrow's session that we are keeping. Please make sure that you attend. It will be definitely interesting, and you'll understand all the terminologies that we use today. So that will be good. And Yash, you asked a question. We would be just needing Cygnus ID for tomorrow, right? No, you can. It depends on you. If you are choosing Cygnus ID for the problem statement, then yeah. Otherwise, if you want Pluto blocks, then you can choose to download that too. We have shared links with all the resources, so I think you guys can go through it and use it. And we'll also share some amount of some videos or tutorials so that you can get comfortable with it. Don't worry, it's fairly simple, and if you face doubts, then we have people that can solve those doubts, so no issues there. Is this all possible using Pluto blocks? Utkarsh, there are definitely interesting problem statements that that will be possible to implement using Pluto blocks. And if you see some of the problem statements and the implementation of those problem statements in Pluto blocks, some of them is even fairly complicated. So yeah, it's most of the things are possible. But Cygnus is a very good platform for people who want to do more with their drones. Yes, sure, Akshat, sure. Don't worry. We'll provide you the resources. Oh, you want practice problems? Uh, let's see. I feel you don't need practice problems as of now. You need to get comfortable with the environment. The practice problems will involve logic, and logic is something that you guys will be able to form once you know the environment properly. But yeah, let's see what we can give you. Once you're comfortable with the environment, I think you guys will be good to go ahead with other things. So yeah, can you wrap it up now, guys? I think we should, because I know you guys have had a very tiring day today, we could not have prevented it. But yeah, I'm glad that you guys could stay till the end. And I would like to also thank Mr. Krishna Zore for being here today and trying to basically get us acquainted with the development environment and all the things that go into it. So thanks a lot, Mr. Krishna.
Yeah, sure. My pleasure. And all the best
Yeah.
for tomorrow, everyone.
Yeah, all the best, guys. So we'll wrap it up here. I'll share the recording if anybody needs it, any of your friends need it. And yeah, we'll end the meeting here. So good night.
Okay. Thanks. Bye-bye all.